Hi, this is Jasper doing another pop art demonstration. I've tried to simplify the process by providing preset effects in 4 steps, so you'll have to apply 4 of them because I haven't figured out how to consolidate them. And the last one is the coloring one, which gets a little more complex, but follow through with me. We'll see how long this takes. The last one I did for you took about 10 minutes, so we'll see if we can speed this along starting now. So here's a portrait of a young man, a soldier, and I'm going to first duplicate it so I can always come back to my original. And then I'm going, now I have these saved under my effects, but all you have to do is search for PopArt Prep, and this one is PopArt Prep 1. I apply it. Then I do the same thing, but this time go for PopArt Prep 2. So that first one applied the barn effect that I talked about. The second one gets the sketchy thing going. And then the third one, PopArt Prep 3, gives us the color block. And the one thing I have noticed is that color may leak into this, and so all you have to do is add an adjustment for black and white, and it'll get rid of that. Color should get rid of the color. A little bit doesn't hurt. And bring the effect opacity up, and then apply that. And now we're on to the last one, which is PopArt Prep 4. And it starts out looking orange, but that's because even though I put all these masks in, when I tried it, you have to bring them up again. So add the mask, invert the mask, add the mask, invert the mask, add the mask, invert the mask, add the mask, invert the mask. And now you can go through one color at a time. I put in salmon color. You can always change these colors by clicking on them and choosing a different color over here. But let's stick with the peachy one and go into our mask again. Check brush, white, hard, and come in and just paint in where you want the peach. And where you don't want something that you painted by accident, just come in. Like that. And I like leaving little gaps. I think it's a nice effect. Come down to our second color. And this one is blue. Come up to the mask, click on the brush, click on the white brush. Make it a hard brush. And I'm just remembering back to the original colors. I think I want to take these medals and buttons and maybe make them yellow instead. And then come down to our third mask, which I think is the yellow one. Yep. And I'm going to take a brush, a white brush, make it a hard brush. And to me, that's probably done, but if you want to throw in a 4th color, and again, you can choose whatever color you want. So in this case, I might change it to a green, maybe darker, and make a hard white brush. And there we go. So I apply that, and that's PopArt done at this point. That took only 5 minutes. Now I have not applied any dots to this or signature, but in 5 minutes I've gotten to where I think most people would be happy. If we want to add dots, we just need a dot picture like this, and apply it as an image layer by dragging it on. Make the dots as big or small as you want. Change the mood to the blending mode to the dots. If you want it to cover the whole picture, just expand this. But what I want to do is only have it on the face. So I could either use a black brush and erase it from places I don't want it, or I can invert the mask and, like the colors, paint it in with a white brush. And often these dots are used to show some highlighting and shading. So you can go back and use like a half brush, maybe softer, and come on the cheeks, parts of the forehead where light might be hitting, and say, those areas I don't want the dots to be as heavy. And you can decrease the opacity of those dots. Say that's done. And then I'm going to add my signature. Maybe change the blending mode. And call it done. So now all I have to do is File, Save As, PopArt Soldier. And I'm saving it as a JPEG. That's all. So 5 minutes to the basic conversion, 7 or 8 minutes to the final finish.